Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the McAllen Heritage Center. We're so pleased to have you here as we celebrate our community's history and exciting things to come. My name is Rebecca Olaigibel, Retail and Business Development Director for the City of McAllen and proud member of the Royalty Committee. And it's my honor to serve as your MC today. I'd like to recognize and thank our special guests that are here from the community, our community partners, and members of the media for joining us this morning. Beginning with Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner, District 5, the Honorable Victor Sevi Haddad. Commissioner, District 1, the Honorable Tonya Aguirre. Our Deputy City Manager, Ms. Michelle Rivera. Our Assistant City Manager, Mr. Juan Olaigibel. Our Public Library Director, Ms. Kate Horan, and her assistant, our Special Events Director, Karina Jimenez. And the team from the McAllen Chamber of Commerce, including Ms. Sally Guerra and our Vice President, Blanca Cardenas. Thank you for joining us. Your support keeps McAllen's story alive for future generations. And Ms. Linda, thank you for joining us. To get us started, I'd like to invite someone who has been a strong advocate and proud city supporter for our cultural heritage. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner Sevi Haddad.
Thank you. Yes, and one of the Heritage Center is one of the many gems in District 5, so I'm a big fan. Yeah. So good morning, everyone. And it's a pleasure to be here today at the McAllen Heritage Center, a place that is so beautifully safeguards and shares the stories that make our city unique. Cultural preservation isn't just about looking back, it's about grounding ourselves in who we are so we can build an even stronger future. The work being done here ensures that McAllen's rich history, traditions, and people will be remembered and celebrated for generations to come. This effort is more than just preserving history, it's also a boost for our community today. A vibrant downtown, anchored by treasures like the McAllen Heritage Center, supports our local businesses, draws visitors, and strengthens our economy. When people come here to learn about our past, they also shop, dine, and explore, keeping our downtown thriving. On behalf of the City of McAllen and the rest of the Commission, I want to thank the dedicated team here, our community partners, and every supporter who has helped keep McAllen's story alive. You are truly champions of our history. And I do encourage all our residents and our guests, whether you've been here before or it's your first time, to come visit the McAllen Heritage Center. You're bound to discover something new, and you'll walk away with an even deeper pride in our city. We want to thank you for helping us honor the past, celebrate the present, and invest in the future of McAllen. And to Edema and her team and Elva, we want to thank y'all for what y'all do here, because y'all are engaged not only for the needs for the Heritage Center, but you guys always support and engage yourselves in everything that McAllen does. It's super critical, and I've probably been to the Heritage Center probably for more events than personal visits, but I've done both. But it is true, each time you come here, if you peek into one of the display cases or walk around, you're always going to discover something new. And we see how much we've done. I feel that we've done in just, since I've been with the city since 2019, and only 5 or 6 years, in order to preserve that history and see it for generations down the road, some of the key points or factors or new things that come in, one day these times will be a point in this history. So the preservation is huge to understand where we come from, where we're going. And I think part of what the Heritage Center does is that rich history is a huge part of why people want to be a part of McAllen, because it's grounded in a foundation of sort of understanding and work and effort and sweat that's been poured into the city. And so when new people get involved with the city, they have something to look at and understand where it's headed. So we want to thank y'all for what you do, Elva, and we look forward to the event for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner, for your words and for your dedication to our community. Next, we'll hear from someone whose leadership continues to help strengthen McAllen's vision for a thriving and culturally rich future. Please help me welcome Deputy City Manager, Ms. Michelle Rivera.
Thank you, Rebecca. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to express how truly grateful we are at the City of McAllen for the Heritage Center staff and board members and for their remarkable dedication to our community. And if we could just for a moment remember one member that we lost this year, Nedra Knurk, if we could just have a moment of silence to remember her contributions to this effort. Thank you. So you have been and continue to be faithful stewards of McAllen's story, helping preserve the moments, the people, and the traditions that make our city so very special. With ongoing fundraisers like the favorite Chuck Wagon Dinner and now the Royal Tea, the collaboration between the city and the Heritage Center has ensured that McAllen's rich cultural heritage is not only being celebrated today, but also carefully documented for the generations to come. That is the heart of civic pride, and again, what makes McAllen so very special is knowing where we came from, honoring it, and using that knowledge to move forward together. I look forward to the expansion that Elva has been planning and that we've all been working towards, and the fundraisers continue to support. We encourage every resident, every guest to step inside this Heritage Museum downtown and discover something new, leave with an even greater appreciation of our shared history. McAllen's story belongs to all of us, whether you're new here, like I am, 11 years, or whether you've been here all your life, 90 plus years in some cases. And together we're making sure that it continues to shine. So I thank you all for being here today and supporting this wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Michelle, for your continued support and commitment. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce the driving force behind the McAllen Heritage Center, someone who works tirelessly to preserve our local history and engage the community in meaningful ways. Please welcome my friend, Executive Director Elva Cerda.
I actually wrote a few things down because if you want me to talk about this place, I'll never stop talking. So again, thank you all so much for being here. It means a lot to have you here in this beautiful building. We want to talk about the second annual Royal Tea event that's coming up September 20th. It was so successful the first year. We didn't make a lot of noise, but this year we're making a lot of noise. So, but first I want to recognize my phenomenal board members that are present today. I know John Kreidler, our chair. Danny Boltinghouse, who's been with us a long time. Irma Murray. Kay Jancic. And one of our founders, Spud Brown. And he is also an honorary board member. And I can't say enough about how much we love him and appreciate him. I'm a founder with Spud and with Nedra, who, as Michelle noted, it's been a tough year for us, losing Nedra, a driving force as well, losing Bill Stalker, another very loyal and meaningful board member. And of course, I can't not mention Assistant City Manager Joe Vera, who was not only a personal friend and mentor, but a huge supporter of this museum. He'd always call me and say, are you doing this? Are you going to that? And so I miss that, but I'm never going to forget Joe because he had so much energy and he cared so much about what we did here. So again, I just want to remember the people. It takes a village. I didn't do this alone. I had an enormous amount of support. And so we have to be thankful that we've had a great board, that we managed our resources very carefully to be at this point in our history. Next year, we'll be approaching a 20th anniversary, and that is amazing for us because, there's people that probably thought, you're not going to make it. It's so hard to have a museum. It is. It is. As we were talking a little bit earlier, A museum provides sustenance, but certainly it is not a homeless, it doesn't provide for the homeless. It doesn't provide food. It doesn't provide health care, but it's so important to our lives. And what we do here, preserving the history of McAllen, is so important. I was born and raised here. Most of my family worked for the city of McAllen. My daddy retired after 45 years of service and received a proclamation in streets as streets director. So I grew up with City McAllen in my head. And so it means so much to us to be able to do this for the city, for the region. And you'd be surprised how many people come here from throughout the world. We have a world map. And it's just amazing to have people from foreign countries. And I love to tell the story of when I happen to be out in the gallery and I notice someone that doesn't look like they're from here, I'll approach them and they are here because they want to know who McAllen is, because they want to do business with the city. And they love culture. They want to know who we are, how we got to where we're at today. So what we do here is super important. And as I get to that, because of our success, we are at a point. Danny and I started working 6 years ago because I said, Danny, need more room. We need more gallery space, presentations. We need more workspace. We need more storage. So many things. So we looked around and we selected the northeast corner in the back and started working to design a facility that we could start looking towards, getting it done. We now refer to it as the annex, and I know our city commissioners have heard about it a lot, probably too much. But, if anything like that takes a while to get done. I want to recognize and thank Danny for the numerous meetings we've had. Poor Danny, sorry. But he's been wonderful, a wonderful partner and friend. The City of McAllen, the Development Corporation of McAllen, has agreed to fund 2/3 of its cost. And we were charged with raising 1/3, along with the cost for FF&E. And so we held a capital campaign, and we completed it in January of 2025. And I'm so proud and so thankful for all of those that came to our aid, because we finished it successfully. We have the funds in place, and hopefully we'll be doing the bidding here soon, maybe become shovel ready in 2026, Michelle. Thank you too, Michelle, because I've talked to her many times about this. As a part of our incentive, we were going to name the building. The largest donor came from the Hidalgo County Heritage Foundation. Therefore, the building itself will be named in honor of that foundation. The 2 levels that we're going to be constructing will be named after level 1, the family of Charles E. Thompson, who many of you should know, a pillar of our community and a wonderful human being. We lost Mr. Thompson in April of 25. The second level will be the family of Spud Brown, Brownie's Oil Company in McAllen. They will receive naming rights for the level 2, and kudos to Spud, not only for what he does, but for that donation. Spud, thank you so much. Thank you. Third-tier donors, we had so many donors, will be recognized with a bronze plaque at the entrance of the building, and then all the other donors will be in a garden paver project that we will be completing at some point once the dust settles. So again, deeply grateful to our donors and the incredible community support that enabled us to reach this goal, or at least the funding goal. And so hopefully we plan to continue to grow in this beautiful historic facility. It is a state landmark, as many of you may not know. And in downtown, again, I grew up very close to downtown, so I love this area. And so we believe we're one of the jewels of this downtown area, and we want to continue to increase our footprint and invest in this area, because I think a lot of people don't realize how awesome downtown is. So kudos to Rebecca and her work in the downtown area as well. Okay, last but not least, the Royal Tea. So along with the campaign drive, we did create the Royal Tea. Irma is our tea lady. She loves tea parties. And so I said, sure, we'll do a tea. Is there going to be champagne? So we did it in 2024. And if you're seeing the photos, it was so successful. This place was full to the brim of tea and champagne and ladies. And we had a wonderful response and a wonderful afternoon. So we're doing it again, and we plan to grow and expand it. We'll figure it out how we're going to expand it because we were full here. I want to thank, of course, our phenomenal committee, starting with Irma Murray, Kay Jancic, Arlena Larson, Casas Larson, and Rebecca. Thank you all. Please give them a round of applause for all the work. You should be seeing on screen the sponsors that we received. We have far exceeded our goals from last year, and that really means a lot because that means that they are confident in what we do, not only at the museum, but with this beautiful event. So thank you again. These are very exciting times for the museum. We're in a period of momentum and growth, all in the name of McAllen history and its preservation and honoring it. So please continue to be supportive of us. Please tell everybody you know to come visit. Our attendance numbers are growing. And I mean, I got to point out our wonderful staff that's here today. We got Gabe Elizondo, our marketing. Rosie Rodriguez. Mariana over there taking pictures. Martin is outside. Martin makes sure the grounds of the museum are always looking pristine and beautiful because, you know, sometimes there's trash. We don't want that. We want this building to shine, and it really does. So we can't do it without them, and we're so grateful to all our staff. I don't know if I forgot anyone, but forgive me. So is there any questions at this point from anyone?
When is the annex expected to, like,
Well,
5 years? Or?
Fiscal year 2026 starts in October, and so we'll be, after the 1st of October, we'll be able to start bidding it out.
Do you guys take donations, or people are trying to bring in?
Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Absolutely. Can we talk? Can we talk after? But absolutely, we take donations.
Historical items as well, like.
Oh yes. Well, that's a very important of how we're in here today. A couple of our founders passed before we came to start the museum. One of them was Helen Snyder. She was a very involved with the McAllen Old Timers Club. If anybody here remembers it, Roy, you might. So when she passed away, her brother called me, Jack, and said, hey, it was a hot Sunday afternoon. Elba, you got to come over to Helen's because there's a lot of stuff here. So what do? Spud and Nedra. So we went over to her house. It was right here in downtown McAllen area. And her front yard was full of tables covered in tarps. And she had a couple of sheds full. And that became our base collection. It was beautiful artifacts, many that are on display here today. So that's how we got started. We didn't have a place to live for a while, but the MEDC was very supportive, and we were able to lease a couple of air-conditioned offices. We were able to lease a warehouse that someone donated for all of the gondolas and things that you see that we began to acquire. And so today, collection donations are very important to us. And so people call, we make an appointment, they come in. We need to make sure there's a relevance to our history. Not that we don't appreciate regional history, we will look at doing those things as well. But we, more than that, we do rotating exhibits with other entities such as Humanities Texas, such as a Bob Bullock Museum and others. But yes, we take monetary and then we too take collection donations as well. So thank you for that question. Hi, yes?
Where are our tickets live? Where can we get our tickets? Royalty?
We're so proud to tell you that we're about to be sold out, so we can do it right now. Don't leave. But we do have a QR code. Mariana will be happy to take your reservation. We're not doing actual printed tickets. We're putting you on a reservations list. So we're really pleased about that. Again, I have to give kudos to the committee for all that. So. Anything else? And one thanks, Sebi. Sebi has been, Tony. Tony and I have known each other. I'm sure you're tired of hearing that. He's just shaking his head. We grew up together. We grew up together in this area. Well, I don't look it. Anyway, we've been friends since second grade, and we grew up here in this area and love it so much. Sí o no? Sí o no?
Oh, yeah. You know that I came to this building 1975, we had, after I was born in June, and you're supposed to come register, right, for the draft, and you would come to the post office. And the year before, they had stopped the draft. And they had told us in high school, right, you don't have to. But I said, no, I'm not gonna take the risk, I'm not gonna take the risk. So I actually came to the door here and said, hey, we're registering for the draft. My birthday is June 12th, and today's June 12th. You're supposed to come and register. And they said, no. Young man, she says, you don't have to register for the draft anymore. But you can volunteer. And they brought me to a room, and there was a recruiter there, and I recruited a volunteer. I mean, but it happened in this building. This was the post office.
And we do get that a lot. We have an area reserved for things about our veterans in McAllen and other cities. And we have a small screen, a TV that we run, videos of our various wars. And I kid you not, sometimes I'll walk by there and there'll be someone sitting there, a veteran, that just likes to come spend time in here just because he likes to be there. That means a lot to us. We honor our veterans on a consistent level here by doing a photo shoot for them and telling their stories. We are working, I want to get into this, but we are working on a series, a sort of a documentary. We've been able to capture some very compelling stories. Your veterans don't like to talk about their war experience, but we do it in a very respectful and private area, and many of them have really told we just have no clue what our veterans have gone through in the theater of war. So again, Tony, glad that you did that, but that's a very important thing that we do here at the museum. So, anything else? Thank you all so much. We have pastries, coffee, a lot of pastries, a lot of coffee, and I hand it back to my friend Rebecca.
Thank you, Ms. Elva, and thank you to all the speakers for sharing their passion and their vision with us today. On behalf of the McAllen Heritage Center, we invite our friends in the media to join us for interviews afterwards, and we encourage everyone here to take a moment to explore the McAllen Heritage Center. Thank you again for joining us, and let's continue celebrating McAllen's rich heritage together.